Am I the asshole for wanting to break up with my fiance because he moved his best friend in our apartment? This may be all over the place, so I apologize in advance for that. My fiance Ben 28M and I 32M live in a 1-bedroom, 1-bath apartment with a loft and den. It's just us and my dog. Our apartment is spacious for a 1-bedroom, 1-bath. Both of us have our own space. Ben has the den for his PC, games, and indoor plants while I have the loft for my PC, games, and crafts. I like to make soaps, candles, rugs, and other crafts. There's a closet in the loft that's been designated the junk closet for both our stuff and household items. Okay, now the issue. Ben has a friend Kelly 26F who lived in Washington State. Side note, we live in Virginia and Ben used to live in Washington too. Last year a mutual friend of theirs had a lease that was ending and offered her to get a place together. At the time Kelly agreed but flaked and moved back in with her parents. Another side note, Kelly had been kicked out of the house a while before this. Back in June, Kelly got fired from her job and got kicked out of the house for a second time. Ben's other friend Maya got dumped by her boyfriend and there's a whole other story about that. If you want to hear it, let me know. Anyways, Maya's boyfriend broke up with her and gave her 60 days to move out. Ben tried to float the idea of her moving in. I said no because we finally got a place to ourselves and working on buying a house. Plus I don't really know his friends. I'm a pretty private person and keep to myself. He knew from the beginning I wouldn't go for it. Now back to the story, Ben told Kelly she can move in and stay in my loft area. Ben didn't tell me until after Kelly bought her plane ticket. Then stated she didn't have to pay rent or utilities. I really wanted to curse him out and be done. I told him she can't stay here without paying anything. Then he said she gets food stamps, she'll buy groceries. He calls her later on and says she has to contribute to paying something, but, you know, if it was me I wouldn't care if you didn't pay anything. Him saying that pissed me off more, making me out to be the villain. Kelly didn't bring her car and doesn't have a job. Albeit she applied at jobs and have a couple of interviews lined up. I asked Ben, didn't she have somewhere else she could go? But Ben kept saying no. I told Ben, I'm pissed you didn't give me an option to say no and forced this on me. He kept saying that's his best friend and he's not going to let her be homeless. I told him, Kelly wouldn't have been homeless if she got the apartment with her friend. She chose to flake. Kelly knew she didn't get along with her parents and put herself in that situation. Ben kept saying that his best friend. I asked him what would be her expiration date because our lease ends November. He never gave me a straight answer. Now that Kelly has been here for a couple of days, it feels like my space has been violated and been disrespected. She's in my loft with all my gaming, TV, and crafts. I don't have a space to myself anymore, but Ben still has his den. I just want to pack my stuff and leave. Am I the asshole for wanting to break up with my fiance?